Walk through the woods in the winter or springtime and you'll likely encounter vernal pools, and you'll probably walk right on by. If you look at it at all, you may think it's a deep puddle or a tiny pond. If you just walk by, you may be missing one of the most fascinating watershed features. Why are vernal pools important, and why should I care? Vernal pools play an important but little understood role in our watershed. A vernal pool is a small, seasonable body of water, sort of a temporary pond or wetland. In our area, vernal pools typically form in depressions during the winter and disappear by summer. Unlike ponds, which are fed by streams, vernal pools are totally disconnected from streams. Instead, they are usually fed by stormwater runoff or groundwater. Vernal pools can be found in many locations such as woodlands, floodplains, and meadows. While many of Maryland's vernal pools are naturally occurring, many of the local ones are man-made. Vernal pools are important because they provide a unique habitat for many species of amphibians, invertebrates, and turtles. They typically dry up in the summer, so fish cannot live in these bodies of water. Without fish feeding on them, many species can breed safely in these pools. In the Sligo Creek watershed, wood frogs and spotted salamanders are examples of vernal pool amphibian species that spend part of their lives in vernal pools. Daphnia, or what some call fairy shrimp, and seed shrimp are examples of smaller but equally important invertebrates found in vernal pools. The creatures whose existence are totally dependent on vernal pools are also fascinating. Our wood frogs, for example, travel quite far, up to a mile or so, from the wooded areas or wetlands where they spend almost the entire year before finding their way back to their vernal pool of birth for mating. In the winter, when they hibernate, while many frogs hibernate deep underwater so that their bodies do not freeze, the wood frog hibernates in leaf litter on the forest floor. While sub-zero temperatures would kill most animals, the wood frog can survive freezing conditions for months by partially freezing their bodies and going without eating or beating their heart. During the wood frog's hibernation, glucose and other compounds are circulated inside the frog's bodies. These compounds act like antifreeze. Since they are not hibernating deep underwater, they are one of the first frogs to emerge from hibernation and become active and lay their eggs early. Locally, even though the creeks and streams are biologically impaired, our vernal pools are frequently full of tadpoles, amphibian eggs, and invertebrates. But these valuable, little understood bodies of water are vulnerable. Like wetlands, vernal pools are being threatened once land is developed. Also, like wetlands, vernal pools are viewed by many people as nuisances, areas that need to be improved, and the depressions are frequently filled in or leveled out or drained. Even if the vernal pools themselves are not disturbed, losing nearby trees or developing upland areas will impact vernal pools. Even more concerning is the impact of climate change. Climate change has led to the changes in timing of the wet and dry cycles, increased diseases, and changes to the hydrology of the soil. Soaking your rainwater into the ground rather than letting it go down the storm drains helps vernal pools. Groundwater and surface runoff feed vernal pools. Good water quality is vital to healthy vernal pools.
blocking the light. Your body's blocking the light. There you go. There are some ones that look like confetti.